So I said that this is a approachable lifestyle brand curated to serve a growing segment of
Yeah,
modern
that's really
achievers.
good. There you got it. That's good.
I do. It's right here in the press release that I got. But
Yeah.
what does that really mean? Let's talk about what people can expect and go through that customer behavior portion of it and how you're meeting the needs of that modern traveler and what makes it different, what makes it interesting, and then we can get into what'll make it grabby for the owners and
All
operators
right,
as well.
cool. Let's think about this a little bit differently. So Glenn,
Yeah.
obviously early in the journey is spending time with not only owners to understand where they think there's opportunities, but with customers.
Right.
So we spend a lot of time with focus groups trying to understand how can we be different, who's not meeting their needs today in the hotel space, why are they not meeting the needs, et cetera.
Right.
So we kind of landed on this group of what we'll call modern achievers. And they're people who are not necessarily the road warriors. They don't travel, 100 nights a year, but they do travel with frequency, 12, 15 times a year. And they're trying to be their best selves just in life in general, right?
Right.
I guess you could say it maybe started as a how do I find the work-life balance? How do I eat right? How do I exercise right? How I mentally take care of myself? All those things, right?
These seem like all the things that I struggle with.
I know, right? So they're looking for kind of balance in their
Mm-hmm.
lives. And as we spent more time with them, there wasn't a hotel brand that was really kind of trying to focus on helping them be their best when they travel.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when they travel, they may have routines at home that can easily be disrupted when they travel, right? The nutrition's not quite right, exercise isn't quite right. So it was this idea of how can we help them be their best self when they travel? And what can we do that how can we do that in a meaningful way? We're not a spa. We're not going to fix you, right? You're with us for a night and a half, so we can't transform you, but how can we either help you maintain your routine or even give you a little bit of boost? So that's what the brand's all about.
This is good news for me because in order for my routine not to change on the road, I've just decided to no longer exercise and just eat like crappy foods at home.
Well, that's one approach.
So that way I can say, hey, I do the same thing on the road. But that is not working for me. I'm getting older now, and I really do honestly want to take care of myself. So walk me through the brand. What can I experience as a traveler? Why am I going to say, you know what, Tempo by Hilton really understands me?
Really good, good question. So now let's think of it. So let's go back for a second. So we talked about approachable lifestyle. What does that mean? We talked about travelers who kind of want. You think about lifestyle, a phrase we sometimes overuse in the industry. What does it really mean? Sometimes you know a lifestyle hotel when you see it. We kind of spun it around a little bit as we talked to these customers. Help me be my best. We started to think about, well, it's lifestyle, but does it help you with the style of your life if you think about how you travel? So kind of a play on words, but what does that mean? So
no, I think Phil, it makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm sorry to interrupt you because I feel like lifestyle hotels have just become a catch-all phrase to really just mean like white bed sheets and stuff like that, and a nice piece of artwork. It doesn't really connect with the way that I style my life, as you were saying. So please continue.
Yeah, so I mean, in kind of every aspect of the guest stay, let's talk about the room for a second. Early on, we talked about innovation. From the very beginning, we talked about this kind of Sylvan Labs. We actually spent some time with organizations who do nothing but customer flow. We're able to kind of monitor pace and activity. How do customers behave? Where do they walk? Where do they don't walk? What do they use? What do they don't use? So we kind of set out, looked at probably 15 different floor plans in a guest room. How we could be creative in the space and do something different. Kind of landed on a cool idea in that we take a typical guest room, so about 310 square feet for a king room, but we've kind of divided it into 3 zones. There's the bath suite, right, which is kind of an oversized shower, oversized vanity, nice vanity light illuminated for grooming, Bluetooth speaker, all that good stuff. Directly across from the bath suite is an area that's really cool. It's called the Get Ready Zone. So what we've done there is take what before could have been just a walk-through space, basically, that has a closet in it, and we've kind of reimagined that as a space that really is functional. So in that space outside of the bath suite, there's a bathroom counter, a work surface, a flat surface that's about 4 feet long, with some amazing mirror above it with task lighting, ambient lighting, and a really comfortable, almost kind of rocking style chair that's next to an open closet with a refrigerator. So you have an opportunity to make that kind of your work area if you want to. It can be the area where you groom for the day if you need to. There's a nice hard surface floor there, so it can be where you kind of get in the floor on your yoga mat and exercise for the day. You can do whatever you need to do. So we've taken what was kind of underutilized space and make that really able to be activated. So the bath suite and the Get Ready Zone now combined comprise about 40% of the floor plan of a guest room. So whereas before the bathroom might be 25 to 30%, we're at 40% that's devoted to that Get Ready and bath suite. So those are 2 zones. And then you go into the bed area. And the bed, obviously, we've tried to do the right things with the coverings and the pillows and all that stuff. We have kind of a cool headboard talk about from two perspectives. It's kind of hugs the guest, hug, sweet, but it gives them easy access to lighting and electrical and all that stuff. So we've done that stuff, right? But then as an example in the guest room in that bed zone, one of the things we've done, another one of our partners is Thrive Global. Thrive was actually founded by Ariana Huffington in New York of Huffington Post years ago. And she actually went through some personal challenges with sleep and travel, and kind of decided the focus of her new imagined self was going to be on wellness and health and sleep. So we partnered with the Thrive Global organization, and actually as part of the sleep experience now, we're doing some custom video work that will create something called Power Down. So when you get ready to go to sleep, there's some sleep hygiene. Where do I put my phone? How do I kind of try to unplug?
Right.
But then there's some video elements that really help you think about clearing your mind, relaxing, breathing, mentally and emotionally preparing you for sleep, right? So, and then they're helping us think about things called micro steps. What are things that you can do in like 30 seconds throughout your day to help kind of shift your thinking a little bit to improve kind of your habits? Those will come forward. So there's some cool stuff that we're trying to do, not only through physical stuff in the room, but through a little bit of mental mindset shifting, that's really gonna make a difference. You know, so there's some really cool stuff from a product perspective. The guest room, the fuel bar. You know, when you get ready to power up for the morning, you go downstairs. Complimentary coffee. Breakfast is paid and kind of a casual cafe concept.
As long as you got the coffee, that's all I care
exactly.
about.
But you go down to the fuel bar, and the fuel bar has some really cool like third wave coffees and hot tea and flavor enhancers, performance enhancers. Performance enhancers. That's probably not exactly the right way to say it.
That's probably not the term you're
like
looking
energy
for.
Boosters, that kind of stuff, right? So you have kind of a way to start your day and do some fun stuff. So we've tried to ensure a right mix of attributes to the things. And then, you know, I'm all about culture. You know, the brands I've worked with, that's a huge area of focus. So as we think about tempo, it's going to be a culture of how do you catch people in the moment and help them try to shift their mind for just a second. You think of the times all of us walk around and we're so focused on looking at our phone. How many times you go through an airport or something, there's 100 people in front of you stopping to look, and they're kind of missing the world around them. So, you know, we're not going to change that behavior, but how can we help customers just for a second go, you know, why don't you stop them at 30 seconds and look up and think about something different other than right here, right? So we're not going to change and transform people, but man, if we can catch them and give them a 30-second boost, that's a good thing.